What is up, comic book fans? We are back for another edition of Pull This after a week off. As you can see, I'm in a different place. I've moved, and in the words of Jeff Goldblum, life finds a way to get in the way of things you have to do, like filming a video talking about comic books. But anyway, I moved. I got time this week, so here we are, another edition of Pull This, week of August 29th, 2018. A lot of good stuff. Let's just jump right in. Coming in at number 5 this week, we've got House Amok, number 1, written by Christopher Sabella and drawn by Sean McManus. You know, I don't want to jinx anything, but it kind of sort of feels a little bit like Christopher Sabella's on a bit of a hot streak right now. I mean, he had the Cold War series, which is great. He had Crowded number 1 last week come out to stellar reviews, and now he's got House Amok number 1. Now, House Amok sounds, how do I put this up? Sounds fucking weird, but I mean that in the best way possible. This is the story of the Sandifers who suffer from what is called shared madness. This story is described as a rabbit hole of extra-dimensional invaders, Mandela effects, organ thieves, all this weird, crazy shit wrapped into one. It just, like I said, it sounds fucking weird, but in like a really cool way. Our own David Brooke has already reviewed the book, and he gave it a 9.5 out of 10, calling it a fantastic blend of psychological and supernatural horror. And if you guys don't know, David Brooke reads about 500 comics a week. That is not an exaggeration. I'm pretty sure the guy reads every single book that comes out. So if he's going to give a book a 9.5 out of 10, it definitely stands out to him. It should stand out to you. And at number 4 this week, we've got Red Hood and the Outlaws Annual number 2, written by Scott Lobdell and drawn by Clayton Henry. Holy shit! Red Hood and the Outlaws number 25 was a doozy. If you haven't read it yet, stop watching this video, run to your local comic book store, go to Comixology, do whatever you need to do, buy Red Hood and the Outlaws number 25 and give it a read. It's absolutely incredible. I think I gave it a 9.5 out of 10. I loved it. It's one of my favorite books of the years. You gotta read it. Also, I'm gonna spoil the living shit out of it in the next couple seconds, so, sorry. Red Hood and the Outlaws Annual number 2 is not your typical annual. It's not this one-off story by a guest writer and a guest artist that can just be thrown away and not really picked up again. It's the same writer, it's guest artist, and don't worry, Clayton Henry does a terrific job, but it's a direct continuation following the events of Red Hood and the Outlaws number 25. And having already got my eyes on it, I haven't already read the whole book. It's fucking awesome. Now, if you're like me and you love the New 52 run of Red Hood and the Outlaws, this is a must-read issue for you. It finally reunites Red Hood and Arsenal for the most bromantic issue of the entire fucking century. This book is bromantically hilarious. I mean, it is your prototypical bromance comedy trip, but it's also kind of dark and kind of heavy. It dives into Roy Harper's budding alcoholism and his hesitance to come to terms with the fact that he needs help, and there's this beautiful moment where he comes to Jason, he says, I need help, and it's super heartfelt, and it just exemplifies why they're such good friends, and I love it. And if you liked the New 52 series, this is gonna warm your heart and make you want to call your best buddy and be like, hey man, you're cool, I like you. Shout out Connor and JP. On top of the amazing Jason Todd and Roy Harper moments, we also get a little bit of a hint of what the fuck just happened to Artemis and Bizarro at the end of Red Hood and the Outlaws number 25. If you haven't read it, I'm going to spoil it right now, so skip ahead. But if you haven't read it, Artemis and Bizarro are just gone. I mean, like Thanos snap, gone. Nobody knows where they went. Jason Todd can't find them. He even searches the entire multiverse. He can't find them anywhere. You get a little hint of where they're at, and, well, it's not good. My full review of this book will be hitting the website on Wednesday, but I'm telling you right now, you got to check it out. You're going to love it. You know what? Stamp it. It's my official recommendation of the week. You're gonna love it. Plus, it gives a little bit of a hint, maybe, possibly, I don't know, but I think it's heading towards Tom King's Heroes in Crisis at the end of the year. So if you're excited for that event, this book kind of alludes to it. So you should pick it up. Coming in at number 3 this week, we've got Euthanauts number 2, written by Teenie Howard and drawn by Nick Robles. Euthanauts tackles a very, very heavy subject. Death. More specifically, what happens when you die? Not exactly the most fun topic to talk about, huh? Look, it's not a fun topic to talk about, but death is one of the only guarantees we have in life. Death, taxes, and a yearly event from Marvel Comics. That's right, you didn't think I was gonna zing Marvel this week for their events, but I did. But seriously, death is guaranteed, so why do we shy away from talking about it so much? That's kind of what Teenie Howard is after with Euthanauts. She wants to make it a more positive conversation about death, and I'm all for that, honestly. Despite the very dark subject matter, Euthanauts is a surprisingly fun read. Our own Alyssa Jackson gave the first issue an 8.5 out of 10 and praised the series' humor aspects and its very dreamlike visual aesthetic. It may be a very hard subject to talk about, but Euthanauts is tackling the subject of death unlike anybody else in comics. Nobody else is really talking about death in comics. So, you know what? I applaud Teenie Howard and Nick Robles for just having the balls to do that, and I admire it, so you should definitely pick this book up. And at number 2 this week, we've got The New Mutants Dead Souls, number 6, written by Matthew Rosenberg and drawn by Adam Gorham. You know what? This final issue of New Mutants Dead Souls would be a lot more bittersweet and sad if Matt Rosenberg hadn't taken over the Astonishing X-Men, if he hadn't been announced as one of the co-writers of the Uncanny X-Men coming out later this year. So with all that, it's kind of just like, okay, New Mutants is ending. I'll live. All joking aside, I think I speak for most X-Men fans when I say it's actually pretty sad that New Mutants is ending. It's been fucking awesome. I'll say it. It's been a fucking awesome series. This series has been literally everything I want out of a New Mutants series. It's been funny, it's been dark, it's been angsty, and it's been weird in all the right ways. Like, what more could you want out of a New Mutants book? Bears? Bears. Yeah, demon bears. That's kind of it. I don't know. I think that's about it. Demon bears is all that it's missing. Maybe there's a demon bear in this issue. Who knows? Adam Gorham's art fits so perfectly for this series, too. He's so versatile that his style helps make funny scenes funnier, but it makes the dramatic scenes even more dramatic. It's perfect. It's such a great synergy between dialogue and art. And, you know, I'm going to miss this book a lot more than I thought I would. Now I'm kind of sad. To put it simply, The New Mutants Dead Souls has been an absolute joy to read. I think we're all going to miss this series. I would say let's get an ongoing series going on, but I think Matthew Rosenberg's plate's a little full, and you know what? Sometimes it's supposed to end while you're on top. And who knows? Maybe Matthew Rosenberg will kill off another Marvel creator like he did in The Punisher last week. R.I.P. Chip Zdarsky. R.I.P. And our number 1 choice of the week for the week of August 29th, 2018 is The Hunt for Wolverine Dead Ends number 1, written by none other than Charles Soule and drawn by Ramon Rosanas. It is the year for fresh starts and big returns for Marvel Comics this year. You've got Jean Grey back from the dead. You got Captain America no longer being a Nazi. You got the return of the Fantastic Four. You've got Thor no longer being a lady. I mean, you just got everything you want. And finally, we've got the return of one of the most popular X-Men of all time. A true leader. A fan favorite. I'm talking, of course, about Scott Summers. What? Wait, no. That's 100% not right. What? Fuck that nerd. What the... Scott Summers... Fuck that. Did Chris Hassan write this week's script? God damn it, no. It's not Cyclops. He's not coming back. Sorry, Chris. After 4 miniseries that were, I put this nicely, they were, well, let's just say they were a collection of illustrated images and words thrown together and sold at $3.99 a piece. There we go. That's what we'll say about the Hunt for Wolverine miniseries. After these miniseries is concluded, Charles Soule's Hunt for Wolverine series is finally ending, and we see the return of James Howlett, aka Logan, aka Weapon X, aka Patch, aka the Maniac Midget. I don't know, it's fucking Wolverine. Wolverine's back. Wolverine's alive again. Everybody rejoice. We're all happy. I'm happy. I'm excited. The mystery of how Wolverine clawed his way back to life is finally gonna be revealed, but honestly, that's not even what I'm most excited for. I'm most excited about the goddamn heat claws. I know a lot of people don't like it. I know a few people, won't name them, who said it was stupid. I get it. We all got our own opinions. I, for one, think it's fucking badass. You're telling me Wolverine suddenly doesn't just have adamantium claws, but he's essentially lightsaber claws? The fuck? That's rad as fuck. That's super sick. I think it sounds awesome. Sign me up, Charlie boy. I'm in for this ride. This makes up for all the Hunt for Wolverine miniseries. If we get essentially a Wolverine wielding, goddamn, it's cool. Okay, I'm even mixing up my words because I think it's so cool. All joking aside, the original Wolverine returning to life is massive for the Marvel Universe. Okay, it even caused Laura Kinney no longer goes by Wolverine. She's X-23. Old Man Logan is, he's gonna die. Spoiler alert, but he's for sure gonna die. I don't think that's a secret anymore. So it's a big deal that he's back. And I'm excited. He's a huge X-Men. It brings back yet another classic X-Men to life. And all joking aside, you gotta imagine that Scott Summers is next. So I think it's great. I'm very excited. I can't wait to see what Charles Soule does to bring back Wolverine. It's gonna be rad. Just check it out. Of course you check it out. It's the number one pick of the week. Yeah, check it out. If you don't check it out, I'm gonna be upset. Fucking heck. Talk to you. Alright, and that wraps it up for Poll This for the week of August 29th, 2018. As always, subscribe, like, comment, share it on Facebook, share it on the Twitter machine, tag the creators, do what you want to do. Let me know if I was right, wrong, if I missed something, or make fun of me for mispronouncing things, because we all know that I do. And make sure to check back next week for our top 5 books of the week of, what's that going to be, August? Nope, not going to be August. That month's going to be over. It's going to be September 3rd? I don't know on a calendar. Anyway, see you guys next week.